Hey everyone, this is Michelle Stelling with the National Association of Digital Scrapbookers, NAODS. You can come to our site and learn more about Photoshop Elements. You can also come to our class, which is going to be held over the next 4 days, so be sure to click on the link below. Enjoy the training video. All right, let's talk a little bit about the gradient tool. The gradient tool can be found in your toolbar on the left-hand side towards the bottom 3/4 of your toolbar, and it looks just like a black and white gradient with a box around it. If you click on the G on your keyboard, it will go ahead and toggle right to that tool as well. Now I went ahead and set my foreground and the background to my default, which all you had to do is click on the smaller little icons in the bottom left-hand corner of that. And now I've got the black and white. I'm going to go ahead with a blank sheet of paper, so I'm going to go File and New and Blank File. And I'm just going to go with a 10 by 6. And I'm going to double click on the zoom tool just to pull it into full view here. Or you can click on the fit screen or the fill screen. I like the 1:1 ratio, and that'll set it at 100%. Alright, so let's go back to the gradient tool, and over here to the right hand side we're going to be working with a lot of different layers so that I can show you different types of gradients. Right now I've got mine set to a default gradient. It's just going to be the black and white gradient, the foreground to background gradient. So I'm just going to come in here and click and drag. So I'm left clicking on my mouse and dragging. Right now we've got the reflected gradient selected, but if we click on linear, then we'll get a linear gradient. Okay, now the longer my pull is, the more gradual the gradient is going to be. If I wanted it to be black to white, then I start with the black on the right hand side and pull it and release it over on the right. If I wanted to start with black on the top, I can click and drag down and then release it towards the bottom. If I wanted to have a straight line, I can just hold my shift key down and drag and drop, and that will give me a straight line. This will be a 45-degree angle, and this will be a straight horizontal line, and this of course is a straight vertical line. I'm holding my shift key down as I'm pulling. Now you have all different kinds of options down here. We got the radial, so if I wanted to start it from the center and work my way out, I click on the center and pull out, or if I wanted to start from the outside and push it in, I can do it that way as well. Okay, this is kind of good if we want to go change the color. I can click and drag, and that'll kind of get me a really cool different radial type of a feel. If I wanted to go with the angle, click and drag, and there I have an angle. Remember, if you can hold down that shift key, and that will get you the perfect angles. Okay, this right here is the reflectant. If I click and drag, the shorter I do, the shorter the distance is for those gradients. The longer, the more gradual. And then we of course got the diamond. Okay, so I'm just working with black and white right now, but if you wanted to, you can go in and check out all the different kinds of gradients you have. If I wanted to go with blue, red, and yellow, click on that, and there I have the blue, red, and yellow. If I wanted to try different types, I can go ahead and do different layers so that I can come in here and then change and see what I have available. So I'm just making more layers. The infamous radial rainbow gradient. Love it. That was so overused when it first came out. Drove me nuts. All right, back in the 80s maybe. And then we also have color harmonies. Okay, so you should have these coming with your version 11, I believe. You got the metals, you've got the simple, and then you've got the spectrums. So play around with that, see what you can do with that. Another thing too, you can go ahead and do another layer. I'm just going to turn all of these off right now. You can create maybe a shape like a rectangle. And then within that rectangle, I believe, I haven't done this for so long, yeah, you can go ahead and fill that shape with that gradient. So for instance, if I wanted to have a circle, I'll come down here, I'll hold my Shift key down to make a perfect, actually it's the, is it the shift key? Let's see here. Let's go, yeah, the shift key. Holding that down, and there is a little bit of a feather, so I don't really want that feather. Let's take that feather off and redo. There's my shift, and then I can go in, get my gradient. Let's try that again, and now we've got something that looks kind of cool with a circle right there. So remember, you can make some shapes and fill those shapes with gradients. So if I wanted to go, let me just go on another layer here and turn that layer off. And if I wanted to use my lasso tool and I create a crazy looking shape, and then I go back and get my gradient tool. Let's go with the blues, and maybe I want to go with a different type, maybe the angle. Can come in there, and since that is selected, then you can create gradients inside of there. All right, let's talk a little bit now about the custom gradients. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave comments below, and also join us for our next webinar, a free webinar. It's going to be held over the next 4 days. Be sure to click on the link below to sign up.